In this week's edition of Kobra's Corner, I want to go ahead and take a look at a run defense that I've had some success with as far as stopping some of the counter plays that you wind up seeing in this year's game. The actual play that we're going to use on the offensive side of the ball for this breakdown is called single back ace counter weak. Now, what I'm about to show you, I'll just tell you this, it doesn't always work. It's not 100% foolproof. I just wanted to go ahead and show it because, like I said, it's something that I've had some success with over the last few weeks as far as stopping some of the counter plays that I've seen in the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the defense we're going to start off with. This isn't the actual defense I want to show, but I want to point something out to you. A lot of us come out in these two-man under type base defenses that a lot of us like to run. Now, I have nothing against this defense because I think it's great. Matter of fact, it's probably my base defense, or at least some of the two-man unders that I run. But I want to show you something against this particular play, and then we'll kind of talk about a little bit more as we go into it. And you can kind of see right there that this running back has a lot of room. He picks up about 5 yards, probably picked up more if I really would have paid attention a little bit more with my running there. But what I want to show you when we get into this, we're going to run back to the other side, and we're running against the same defense. And then we're going to switch things up, and I'm going to show you something that for me has had some success with, and we'll kind of feature that particular defender, and we'll show you what it winds up doing when we make a couple adjustments. Let's go ahead and see if we can pick up some yardage here. Same thing again, let's run it one more time to the other side. And again, what I like about this, what I'm about to show, is that it does a better, in my opinion, does a little bit better job than running these two-man under type defenses as far as defending this. There he goes again. A little out of running room right there, and he picks up the first down. So, all right, now let's go ahead and go back in here again and run this against a different defense. So let's run the same play. We're going to go back into this counter play on the offensive side of the ball and then take a look at it, and you'll see what I mean about it. And this time we'll run this 3-4 odd. This time we're going to run cover 3. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Kobra, man, I like these zone defenses, but in this year's game, zone defenses don't do a very good job at defending as far as passes go, which they're right. Some of them don't. There are some zone defenses that do a decent job. But let's go ahead and run it against this particular play as far as the same run play that I showed earlier, the counter weak. We're going to go to the right this time. And then this time we wind up getting that linebacker in fairly good position to defend that, right? Now, not always will he always be there, but in some of these cover 3 defenses, because they drop back initially, a lot of times they're in a little bit better position to go ahead and defend it. So let's go back into the same thing again here. And I'll show you something else that I like to do that I really think that really helps out with this. And it's kind of against what most of us would perceive as far as running this, as far as defending the run. But for me, I've had some success with it. So let's go back in here, run the same defense, but we're going to make one adjustment this time. Rather than just going ahead and run the standard cover 3 defense, we're just going to go ahead and hold down that right trigger, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press up, and then we want to hit the pass button right there, or hit the R stick and put up pass. We're going to put him in pass coverage, or at least better pass protection. Now watch what happens here to this defender right here. I want to point him out to you. It's this guy right here. He's going to want to be in pretty good position to go ahead and defend this. You're going to initially see him do this in this hook zone. He's actually going to drop back into this area here a little bit, but then he'll wind up coming over here, and he'll be able to defend this run as the running back comes in this direction here and he goes out here. A lot of times this guy's going to be in position to defend that. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it, and you can kind of see what I mean by it. And he winds up getting out there, and then he has a harder time getting out. As far as that running back, he has to go a little bit wider. The offensive lineman doesn't block him, and we wind up getting a stop, at least a decent stop. So that's really one I wanted to show with this. And what we're going to do here is, again, is go back in that same run play, and we'll go ahead and run it to the other side and do the same thing with that linebacker. This time it's going to wind up being the left outside, or excuse me, the left inside linebacker who's lined up here. And then we'll go ahead and use this run right here, and we'll press up on the right stick again. And watch that linebacker as he gets in position to go ahead and defend this. Let's go ahead and flip it to that side there. And you'll see him go back, and goes back right there. And now he's in a lot better position. And even the strong safety's out there to defend that because he's going to that same side that the strong safety's playing the flat. So you can kind of see that this defense actually does a fairly good job at defending that, in my opinion. Let's go and run it one more time. Back to the other side and do the same thing again. And that's the reason I like doing this, because I think that by putting these guys, these linebackers, they don't come up as quick, and they wind up being a little bit better defense because they actually drop back, and then they wind up going, or they flow to the defender, or to the running back as far as defending it. Let's go and do the same thing one more time here. So we hit the pass, right stick pass, and then we're going to go ahead and run that play to the left this time. And watch that linebacker again as he gets in position to get out there and defend that. So he's right there in position. We wind up getting a nice little tackle and shut the run down. So let's go look at it from the top-down view. I think you guys will get a little bit better understanding of what I'm trying to show here with this as you look at it. So once the ball snapped, you can see that the running back goes left and he goes towards this side here. And then you can see that that linebacker, as you're looking at your screen, is in position now to defend it. Now your opponent could try to cut back up inside, maybe try to cut back in here, but then that linebacker should still be in there. Now he could wind up getting him somehow, maybe one of those linemen blocking him or something like that. But a lot of times he's not, and then really it's just a foot race to the outside, and these linebackers are fast enough to get out here and go ahead and blow that up, and that's what you're seeing on your screen here. So hopefully this is something that you guys can use to go ahead and stop some of the counter plays. I feel like this one does a lot better job in some of these blitzes. I will tell you this, be real careful about running cover zero blitzes and man blitzes, because a lot of times they wind up coming up the gut and then they don't wind up getting to the running back because the running back's going to the outside, and then you wonder why you wind up not be able to defend a run. I think zone defenses, in my opinion, and I've said this over the last few years, I think zone defenses do a better job at defending the outside run than what man defenses do.